there is a higher power not wanting me to film this video. I just filmed it all for the third time. The first time, we forgot to turn my mic on. The second time, I made the video 45 minutes long. And the third time, I forgot to turn the mic on. So here goes, take 4. Please God, let this work. Hello and welcome to my channel. I am so happy to have you here. If you are an old viewer or subscriber, you will see that the slate and the channel have been wiped clean and we are starting a new season fresh. And if you are a new viewer or subscriber, welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I'm so happy that you're here and I hope that you stay. For my first video back, I really wanted to talk about my picks for the Sephora VIB sale because it's going on right now. I thought it would be a good warm-up video to do before we get into the sciencey, nitty-gritty stuff, which is very exciting for me. But the sale's going on. It goes on until May 6th. And depending on which tier you're at, you get 20, 15, or 10% off your products. And I know it's really materialistic to get excited about a sale, but if your money is going to go into skin care, makeup, etc., you need to get excited about saving money, no? So use this opportunity to buy your products at a time of year where you're going to get a huge discount from a store which is notorious for never giving markdowns or discounts. So with all that said, let's jump right into the first product. The first one I'm going to talk about is this. Now, this video is not sponsored at all, but this product was sent to me. However, you can buy it at Sephora. It is the Henriksen Glow 2O Dark Spot Toner. And it is a toner full of AHAs or alpha hydroxy acids, which are substances which resurface the top dead layer of your skin cells, revealing new fresh baby cells underneath and hydrating and plumping your skin at the same time. So basically, it's like a magic ingredient. Now, when this was sent to me to try out, I had not been using a toner. I don't think I've actually ever used a toner in my life. And this has been a game changer. Because it contains AHAs, it really not only, tightens your pores and takes away leftover makeup residue after cleansing, but it also helps resurface, like I said, the texture and dead skin cells on the surface of your skin, which can go dull, especially following the winter where skin has just been through so much harsh weather. At least for us, if I'm in Toronto, Canada, and we've had like a never-ending winter, which I'm very much excited to see finishing. But anyways, this really helps recover and repair your skin from that, so I really love it. Another AHA product, which I adore and is in this collection, is the Sunday Riley Good Genes. And this is a lactic acid, which is a specific type of AHA. And both of these products are phenomenal. Obviously, one's a toner, one's a serum. This is very expensive, so I use it sparingly, but they give you that like tight, taut, glass skin look because of how fresh your skin looks after using this. Again, like I said, I use this only once in a while, right before special occasions, so as to preserve it like liquid gold for as long as possible. But when I had very irritated skin, I would use it every other day or every 3 days, and it really helped heal my acne. So I swear by this for irritated, inflamed skin. And now this guy, which I can use every day. The only thing I will say is if you're going to use AHAs, make sure you're investing in an SPF, because if you think about it, if your top layer of dead skin is being sloughed away and then you're revealing fresh baby skin underneath, you don't want to go out into the sun and burn that fresh baby skin immediately and end up with more damage that you just got rid of. So be gentle with your, acid application. Don't use multiple at the same time because overlapping them can cause irritation and just be overwhelming to skin that's not used to acid treatments. And always use SPF so as to prevent further damage or discoloration from happening. The next thing I want to talk about is another Ole Henriksen product, and this is the C-Rush Brightening Gel Cream. Now, I love creams that work day or night. They're rich enough for the night, but also sink in enough during the day that you can apply products on top of them, and this does just that. It's this really beautiful orange, bright, delicious popsicle color, and it actually smells like a creamsicle. It's so nice. But it's really lightweight, sinks in, but leaves you with like a hydrated residue on your skin. And it really brightens your skin, I find, not only because of the finish of the gel, but also because of, I think, the pigment in the cream. And it's really wonderful for luminosity. And the smell, because it's citrus, just kind of awakens your senses first thing in the morning, so it's really pleasant. Now, one of the things, or one of the creams that's a cult favorite on the market is the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, and I have that too, but actually this gives me the exact same coverage. That's the cream, the Tatcha one is the cream that people like Kim Kardashian use, and if you see any of her pictures, she's like luminous from head to toe, and it looks like her skin is just reflecting at every angle. That's the finish that this cream gives me, so I save the Tatcha one for special occasions, and I prefer to use this on more of an everyday basis because it's far more affordable. The next thing we'll talk about is actually a Tatcha product, and it is the Pearl, and this is an eye cream, and the cool thing about this is it's tinted. So if you're like me and if you have discoloration under your eyes, it's not going to give you any significant coverage. Trust me, I need way more. But first thing in the morning, you don't want to wear too much makeup, especially on, a normal day, on weekends. You just want to be up, fresh-faced, not looking like a zombie for your family and loved ones. So I love applying this. And the cool thing is, even though it's tinted, it's not makeup. And I didn't believe it at first, but that's what the Tatcha representatives repeat and repeat and repeat in all of their demonstrations, is that the pigment comes from pearl. And what's cool is they always demonstrate on like a glass or a mirror or an iPhone screen, and they'll take like a dollop of this, they'll rub it and break it down on that surface that they're using, and you can actually zoom in and see the pigment and the water droplets separating, which is so cool. So imagine that. I'm like getting choked up. I'm so excited talking about this cream, but imagine that hydration, then like being pat into your under eyes, what it'll do for your fine lines and for the dryness under your eyes, and how well your concealer will lay on top afterwards. So I really recommend this product, especially for Mother's Day, which is coming up. So just a little gift suggestion. And the next thing is another Radiance product, and it is from Farsáli. This is the first Farsáli product I've truly been a fan of. It is the Liquid Glass Radiance Make Skin Serum, so makeup skin serum. And it is this beautiful iridescent, like unicorn tears. Actually, they have another product called Unicorn Tears, so that's a bad descriptor. But this is what I imagine unicorn tears would look like. This like iridescent gray color. And when you apply this, which you can do as a serum on bare skin, mixed in with your foundation or on top of your foundation, it gives you with a glass-like sheen. So I'm obsessed with this for days when you don't want to wear makeup, especially because it just makes your skin look reflective and draws the eye away from any like scarring or discoloration or dullness you might have, because it just looks like you're so healthy and you drink liters of water and you work out every day and you're so oxygenated and you never eat any toxic food. It's really such a beautiful product. Clearly, I'm very passionate about glowy skin. But yeah, I love this, and it's the first Farsáli product that I've really loved and really feel like lives up to its claims. It's not just like Instagram video hype. So that's that. The next thing I will talk about is these two masks. So these are from Summer Fridays, and this is a brand that was created by Mariana Hewitt and Lauren Gores Ireland, and those two ladies are boss women. They are all over social media, makeup, skincare, fashion, Lauren Gore's Ireland is a mom, and she's a super mom at that. She's so fit. Both of them are. Mariana is a family woman also, and they're just phenomenal at everything that they do. And because they've been in the industry for so long, they know what their overworked and tired sometimes skin needs from all the travel that they do and the long hours that they pull, and you know, the lack of sleep from their babies and their families and their work and their businesses and all their products, and sorry, not products, projects. So I have 2 of their masks out of the 3 that they have. One is the jet lag mask, which is a beautiful balm-like mask, which I love applying under my eyes because it, again, plumps fine lines. I use it at night as like a really thick moisturizer, or right after I've done a peel of some sort. I love coating my skin in this, and it just absorbs all night, and in the morning when you wake up, you truly have the most supple, stunning skin. I also take this on planes with me. I've been on 2 trips where I took this with me and I put it on my face in the middle of all the other passengers. I did not care. I had like a white cast all over my face, but when I got off the plane, my skin was not dry, not dehydrated, not dull. It was glowing and good to go. So I really love this product, obviously, because it basically disappears if you turn it sideways. This one is the Overtime mask, and this is full of, I believe, pumpkin and apricot powder. I'm not so sure about apricot powder. Obviously, it's great for exfoliation because, you know, there's some famous products with apricot powder seeds in it, but pumpkin enzyme is incredible for healing wounds and healing injuries to your skin and body. So pumpkin and papaya actually do the same thing. When I was on a third world elective, I remember standing in an operating room and getting distracted and having to do a double take into the other operating room, watching a doctor hold a giant fruit and grating it onto an ulcer on the leg of a diabetic patient. And it's because, obviously, in third world countries, patients and hospitals and doctors can't afford the medicine that is required to heal these wounds sometimes. And instead of affording the medicine, they just draw the ingredients from their natural sources, and the natural source was the pumpkin they were using or the papaya they were using. So if those ingredients can do that for deep ulcers and wounds, imagine what it can do to minor abrasions or minor discoloration or issues on your facial skin. So I highly, highly recommend this. It's a scrub, so when I apply it, I do a light scrub to my face, and then to take it off, I use a really hot, wet towel that I've wrung out, and I place it on my face, and it's so extra. But it's like a little spa treatment for you, by you, in your washroom. It takes like 10 seconds. So you keep it on until the steam evaporates from the towel and you feel like it's cold or room temperature to the touch. And then I wipe off all the residue and rinse with water, and you're left with not only smooth skin, but also hydrated skin. So I highly recommend both of these, and I would love to try the third mask that they have, which is a rose-based mask, but I'm gonna get through these ones first. Now next, let's talk about coverage products. So number 1 is the Nars Sheer Glow Foundation, and I have the color medium 3 Stromboli, and this was actually the first higher end foundation that I ever purchased. I remember going to Brown Thomas in Ireland, and at the time, like years ago, it was one of the only counters that existed that did foundation that you could test out in like a variety of shades. And so I was matched to this one for the finish that I wanted, and I actually forgot how much I loved it. So when I discovered it recently again, I was reintroduced to that sheer, glowy, flawlessly perfected canvas, which looks like you're not wearing anything. And the cool thing about this is it's fragrance free, I believe, or I can't detect any. Yeah, and so if you're like me and fragrance irritates your skin in coverage products, you're safe with this. And the cool thing also is people used to shy away from these foundations, the Sheer Matte and the Sheer Glow, because there was no pump, and they would think that, you know, they did it as a ploy to get you to buy a pump on the side, but that's not it. It actually was done intentionally, because they say that however much product you get on your hand when you turn the bottle over is how much you need for your whole face. I need a little bit more than that, but that was the intention. And the other thing is you're supposed to blend it out with your hands for the most natural finish. So I love this for more of an everyday, you know, work foundation where you want to look really, really put together and clean, but not look like your, you know, colleagues or patients or what have you are looking at your makeup and not you. So I really love this product. The other coverage product I love for an actual everyday look where I don't want to put in a lot of effort or wear a ton of makeup is this. And this is the Nudies Tinted Blur Stick, and I have the color 4. This is kind of like a stick form of a tinted moisturizer, but it dries like a powder. So it's really convenient. You can touch up on the go. I'm actually almost out of this altogether. You just stripe it all over your face and buff it out with a sponge, a brush, a hand, anything works. And it gives you just a very diffused powder-like coverage, which makes you feel a little bit more put together without, you know, requiring a ton of work to blend out and like a full face of makeup. So it helps you feel really fresh and put together on the go, and also is really great for under the eyes and any areas of delicate skin. Like if you have mature skin, this will do so well for you because it's super, super forgiving. It truly is, like the name says, a blur stick. Now, speaking of under the eyes, I love the Fenty Pro Filt'r Concealer. I thought that this concealer was going to be like the foundation, which I'm honestly not a huge fan of. The foundation requires so much finessing. You have to have exfoliated skin, hydrated skin, not a single patch, not a single wrinkle. You have to spend ages buffing it out, or there's like patches where it's not buffed out. You have to start in one area before moving on to the next, or otherwise this one will set and then you won't be able to move it. It's just so crazy and requires way too much focus, and I need to do things quickly. So this was such a surprise and a game changer because it's very, very full coverage the way that the Fenty one is, like medium to full coverage, but it's hydrating, and it's kind of like the Tarte Shape Tape, but hydrating, not drying. So I really love it. And the beautiful thing is, it stays where you put it. So, you know, sometimes you put a concealer under your eyes and when you go in with your beauty blender, it lifts the product away. So you almost have like a patch of less concealer and you're like, what on earth, where did it go? This does not work that way. It stays where you put it, so that means that you don't have to apply like several layers of concealer to get that one brightened under eye that you're looking for. So I really love this, and I have the shade 210, which is like 4 shades lighter than my foundation color because I wanted it to be that much brighter. The next product here is also from Nude Stix. Ooh. And it's called the Nudies All Over Face Color in the color Bondi Bay. So this is a bronzer, and it is such a seamless bronzer when you apply it. It looks very bronze on camera, but it's also very cool tone, so you can use it as a contour stick. It blends out like a dream, almost like a gel, but it again sets down to like a powder, so it doesn't budge. It doesn't fade throughout the day. You can blend it into your hairline super easily, and powder products lay on top of it and don't like cling to certain parts. So I really, really love this, and it's again like compact. You can apply it on the go. There's a brush on the other side, which I don't actually use, but you could. I just love all the Nude Stix products. And they're also great, these ones, the face colors, for like on the eye, or you can use it on your lips as a lipstick. It's so multifaceted, and I find that the colors are like universally flattering, so you really can't go wrong with these. Another bronzer that I love is the Fenty Sun Stalk'r bronzer, and I have the color Island Ting, which I love. This is so beautiful. It's like this stunning caramel color. I have it on right now. And like I was saying about the Nude Stix bronzer, this product, I laid on top of that one today, and it doesn't stick to anything. It blends out so easily. It's matte, so it's not going to give you that like glow that a Radiance shimmery bronzer will give you. And you won't be able to use it as a contour because all the colors are very, very warm. But if you're looking for a matte bronzer color. It's stunning. It really warms up your face once you've like wiped away all the dimension with coverage products. So I really, really love it. And actually nowadays, I don't even apply foundation on my forehead anymore. I'll just apply a little concealer in the center to brighten that. But the outskirts of my face are just contour bronzer. And that actually helps make your makeup last longer, because the forehead almost like tends to melt before anything else. And also a trick of, you know, natural-ish looking foundation is to apply less on your nose and your forehead. Because if you notice, anytime you look at someone, if their nose or their forehead looks caked, all of a sudden they look caked. You assume they're wearing a ton of product, but if their nose almost looks like their natural oils are peeking through and their forehead is slightly like hydrated, shiny looking, also like maybe their oils are peeking through, but in a good way, you automatically assume like, okay, they're not wearing that much. So that's my trick, and I love this bronzer for it. Next is this blush. So this is the Nars Liquid Blush in the color Orgasm, and the powder formulation of this blush was a cult favorite for years, so they brought it back in liquid form. And what I love about the fact that it's in liquid form is that it lasts so long. You know how blush, when you apply it, it's the first thing to fade from your face? Not liquid. You have to apply like half a drop of this and it'll go. That's even too much for both your cheeks. So it'll last a long time, this whole bottle, and on your face. Like I said, apply like half a pump of it, and then I take either the butt of my beauty blender or like a big fluffy brush. I really swirl it in the product to disperse it so that when I go onto my face, there isn't like one concentration of product on my face. And both ways helps just like sheer out the color, but using it with the beauty blender helps give you almost like a glow from within. I just worked out flush, which I really, really love. So I love this, and I really love the fact that it has these like gold reflects to it, which are only detectable if you're like that close to someone's face or under harsh light. So it's really stunning, because otherwise you just look like healthy from afar, and then close up you look like you applied all this like highlight and glow product, but really it's just this. Okay, I love this next new product. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and I have the color number 4. So this is truly a filter. You can apply it on bare skin, or you can apply it on the high points of your cheek as like an intended highlight, or you can mix it in with your foundation and it'll make your foundation glowy. I love applying it either at the very end or before, but I only apply it before anything else if I'm going for like a no makeup look. And this truly will just blur out any imperfection, bring that radiance out to your skin. If you follow Charlotte Tilbury, you'll know she's famous for her Hollywood glow. If you look at any of the models on any of their social medias, they all have this like beautiful sheen to their skin, like they've just sprayed setting spray or gone through like humidity. It looks stunning, and this will do it for you in the form of a subtle enough for everyday highlight, which looks really, really natural. Obviously not completely natural, but way more natural than, you know, like the sharp beam highlight look that has been so popular recently. So I really, really love this, and I would pick it up during the sale for sure, because it'll last you ages. This is a good time to buy it because of the discount, and just I don't see how anybody could go wrong with a product like this. Now, before we move on to lip and setting spray and hair, I just want to go back and talk about these two primers that I should have spoken about first. But so first is the J1 Jelly Pack, and this is a Korean jelly primer, and a very similar one is the Milk Hydro Grip primer, and this one has, actually all I know that it has is cannabis seed oil, which is what drew me to it, but they're both incredible and almost exactly the same, except that this one is a little bit more runny. And the reason I picked this one up is because this I cannot find in Canada. I actually bought this in Orlando, and it is stunning. It's this thick gel. You're not even gonna be able to see it on camera, but when you blend it out, it's like, it's real work to blend it out. It has a real resistance to it. And what's cool is if you blend it on your face in like an upwards motion, try doing it on one side of your face and you'll see literally that one side of your face is lifted. It's like sorcery. It physically like grips your skin and pulls it up like you have a really tight ponytail. It's phenomenal. And because I can't find this in Canada, I got this one and I just got a little mini size to try, but it does the exact same thing. So I really love both of them and they're really great for sensitive skin and also for extending your makeup longevity and making it look a little bit healthier, especially if you're wearing like a powder or matte coverage product, because the like, you know, the wet glow beneath almost like shears out the intensity of that heavy dry finish and makes it look a little bit more sheer, which I love. As you'll see, or as you have seen, everything I'm about is sheer and radiance and glow and like glass skin, yoga skin, whatever. And I know it seems like overkill that each and every layer of this is giving you that same result. And I probably overuse those adjectives so many times, but it's like cooking, you know, like combining the ingredients gives you the end product. Or like, you know, when the Power Rangers combine, like they're all cool individually, but then they all combine into one like mega Power Ranger and the guy's like huge. And then they like beat everybody at the end of the movie. That's what all these products do. It's either the Power Rangers or the Transformers. I'm not sure. Please let me know if you know what I'm talking about or if I just sound like I've lost it. So anyways, great primers, and also these are really phenomenal for filling in like laugh lines or you know, those forehead expression lines, I guess they're called. Those are the problems that I suffer with, and these really keep my makeup smoothed over those issues rather than accentuating them. The next thing over is this lip product, and this is the Lancome Matte Shaker in the color Sea, Sun, and Sand. And it's so cute, it's like a little shaker cup. And you can hear something shaking inside. It's adorable. And then you unscrew the top and it's a little like sponge tip applicator, which seems really large, but it's actually perfect for the center of your lip. And even though it's a matte finish, it's kind of like a matte stain finish, so nothing at all like a really heavy matte liquid lip. It's really just this like beautiful wash of color, which is almost sheer in a way that it mixes with your natural base lip color, so it looks stunning across all skin tones and lip colors. And it doesn't last all day, but it is just so compact and cute and easy to apply and kind of foolproof because it's so sheer that it's super easy to take with you. And because the color works so well for every day, I just feel like it's worth it, you know? So that, and the lip liner that I've been loving to pair with this product and with every other color that I've been wearing these days is MAC's Cork. And I actually have it swatched on my hand right there. And hopefully you can tell it's like this perfect, not too cool, not too warm brown shade, which really gives you that nice J-Lo, like, you know, dark outside. I think they call it like a chola lip. The dark contour on the outside of the lip, light inside look. But really, I can use this with any color lip I'm wearing and it'll add dimension to the outside, make your lips look a little bit poutier and not give you that really all flat one color lip appearance, which I'm not a fan of. So for the look that I like to go for, this is perfect, and it also suits a whole variety of skin tones, so it's a really, really gorgeous color to pick up, especially now that MAC is sold on Sephora online. It's super convenient. And finally, the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. This is a game changer. You know how sometimes setting mists don't actually prolong the longevity of anything? And then you have products like MAC Fix Plus, which makes your makeup look so good and melt it together, but also maybe doesn't prolong the longevity. combine both of those and put it in an aerosol. It's fantastic. It's genius. And the best thing is it's under $20, so it's so affordable, and it's really lightweight, but there's a lot of product inside, so it lasts forever. And it's so refreshing. It smells lovely, and it genuinely makes your makeup last longer while giving you that like perfectly blended together, never cakey finish to your skin. So I really love this, and I will continue to buy it hands down. I'm never going back to another setting spray. Now let's talk about my one hair product. So this is the IGK Direct Flight Multitasking Dry Shampoo for medium cleanse level. So this is a dry shampoo which smells like men's cologne. Oh, it's so nice. And it never leaves residue in your hair or makes your roots look greasy, you know, how, or matte. You know how sometimes when you apply dry shampoo, it just takes away all the sheen from your hair and it feels like dry shampoo? I hate that. I hate feeling residue in my hair. I want it to be touchable and soft and light. You know, I don't want to be bogged down with product. So this does exactly that for me. Sometimes on like day 3, 4 hair, your hair can start looking flat. This is when I would go in with this product. I just lift my hair at the roots and spray it all up in there, really massage it in, and it gives me the volume that I'm looking for without the residue, without that like gritty texture, and I just love it. And the best thing is, also sometimes when you sleep with dry shampoo, the next day it ends up like making your hair extra flat. This doesn't do that at all. It really is like spraying air in your hair. I don't know how it works. As far as like oil production, I don't really get oily roots, so I don't know how well it works for that, but I know for my needs, for the volumizing properties, it works amazingly. And as far as the oil production or oil consumption, there's 3 levels of this. This is the medium, like I said, but there's a lighter version for if you have less oil or like day 1 hair. And there's a heavier version, I think, with charcoal in it for like day 3, 4, 5 hair if you are really, really oily and need a stronger absorptive product. So I really love this, and I have it in this convenient travel size. And even then, even using it like on a weekly basis, I've had this for months. So I really, really enjoy this. And last but certainly not least, in fact, maybe the best for last, is the Morphe X James Charles Eyeshadow Palette. This is a dream come true. It contains all the eyeshadow colors that you would go like individually searching for, the little pops of color. Like this pink is called Skip. This shimmery green is called Guac. This one is called Cola. This one's called Literally. I think it's called Literally. No. It's called You're Kidding. This one. It's stunning. And what's amazing is you get 39 shades for under $50, or $50 on the dot actually. And each and every color has phenomenal payoff. You know how, for example, the Jaclyn Hill palette, I was so unenthused by. I wanted to love it so badly, but the color payoff was so imbalanced across the mattes, the shimmers, and even in between. I couldn't get on board. I don't know why everyone was so hyped about it, and still is, but this one, each and every color is strong, pigmented, fallout free. It blends like a dream. It doesn't, you know, sometimes you're blending a color and it just blends away and you're like, where did the color go that I just applied? None of that. It's phenomenal. And what I really love is how the middle shades are all larger pan size, because those are the shades that you're going to run out of the fastest, and you can go in with a full-size brush, so you can use them as bronzers, highlighters, under-eye setting powders. They're so versatile. And buying a palette like this, even though it's very artistic for someone like me who's like never gonna get through all of these colors, it's so worth it in a sale. Because of that discount, you can satisfy that artistic craving. And honestly, if you have this palette in your arsenal, you basically need next to nothing else. I think if I had this and if I had my Joseph Colors Desi X Katie palette, I would be golden. That's all I would take with me anywhere. So those were all the products that I wanted to talk to you about today. I really hope you found this video useful, and if you go and buy any of these products, please let me know, because I would love if I was able to help you find something that works. And also, if you buy anything at the sale, let me know, because maybe I'll get inspired by you. Otherwise, I think that's it. I have a lot more content coming for you this week, and I am so excited to start sharing all that I have planned. So I really hope this video recorded for the 4th time. My gosh, I swear there's a higher power keeping me from putting out this video, but what's done is done. Everything happens for a reason. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Old folks talking about back in my day. But homie, this is my day. Class started 2 hours ago. Oh, am I late? No, I already graduated. And you can live through anything if magic made it.